Happy Saturday, everybody, and I would like to begin tonight by pointing out that Microsoft is shit.
Yes, yes it is. We've just discovered this.
So they finally forced the new fucking version of Skype on me that, for reasons completely unknown to me, cannot share an individual window like the classic version did. And that, to me, just seems really, stupid.
In short, he really likes the classic version.
Really fucking stupid.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, not even the internet would allow that one.
Cats, stop.
Anyway. A couple weeks ago, I put out a pilot episode for a new series called Live Your Best Life. And that series focuses entirely on the game Alter Ego, where you can start from infancy and live a simulated life all the way to old age. If, of course, you live that long. Chibi is here with me as my first victim. I mean, my first
Test subject?
lab rat.
Yes, apparently I am. I like the gibberish. That was good.
Oh, fortunately, it seems to have only affected the title screen. So, Chibi, this is your life. It starts with a questionnaire to determine your initial personality. All you have to do is answer true or false. Elaborate as much or as little as you desire. I will probably try. Huh?
I find the very first question very amusing.
Okay. Well, for those who can't read English, it says, I will probably try to answer these questions honestly.
False!
All right, we're off to exactly the right kind of start here. I am likely to speak whatever comes to mind.
True!
I am a light sleeper who stirs at even the slightest sound.
False!
Revenge is sweet.
True!
I often feel slow, tired, and down in the dumps.
This is not me, so false!
An important part of every job is knowing who to impress.
True!
I am fascinated by car accidents. The people who know me best like me as a person.
True!
I am extremely sensitive to criticism.
False!
I get nervous performing in front of people, even when the task is something I know by heart.
False!
The people around me seem happier than I do.
False!
I often get the urge to touch walls on which wet paint signs are hung.
True!
When I am ill, I become short-tempered and snap at people.
Sure!
On important matters, I usually follow my parents' advice, even when I disagree with it.
False! We are rebels.
It is possible that we live in a world where people can watch our every move.
That's a fun one. False.
When I'm in a quiet place, I get the urge to scream.
False.
It's okay to
Hold on.
tell...
Oops, just a second. Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay to tell a white lie if it is guaranteed to bring great personal gain.
True!
It is often pointless to try to discuss problems with other people.
True!
I am easily embarrassed.
False.
Children should be seen and not heard. In your defense, you did say you would make no effort for honesty.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't help because I don't know. Oh, what the hell? True.
I find it difficult to break the ice in conversations with people I barely know.
False.
My parents were strict disciplinarians.
Well, if we're gonna be if we're gonna be rebels, then that has to be true.
You can usually judge a person by first impression.
True.
One way of getting people to treat you fairly is to take an aggressive stance and make them win you over.
Oh, what the hell, true.
I think the questions like this are stupid and meaningless.
True.
We start, as always, at birth and infancy. So, normally you get taken right to the chart, but we always start with this. You are in a warm, dark, comfortable place. This has been your place since you became aware that you are alive. It's almost time to enter a different world now. To remind you folks out there, this is a series of decisions that Chibi and Chibi alone must make to live her life. What do you do from here?
Come out fighting.
All right. Yes, I can certainly understand how troublesome it can seem to be evicted unexpectedly. You have every right to feel angry. You were getting a little too big to be carried around in your mom's belly. Those backaches were really starting to get on her nerves. Besides, your dad had to suffer through a lot for the past couple months and wasn't exactly Mr. Sunshine either. Get ready to be born in a flurry of waving arms, screams, and a smack on the ass. Happy birthday, and welcome to the world. From now on, life will begin to change rapidly. You will have to learn to accept responsibility, build up your resources, and manage yourself physically and emotionally. The events that transpire over the course of the next few days include: your rich Aunt Martha places a $500 bond in trust for you. You are the most beautiful baby in the maternity ward and everyone takes your picture. Your grandmother buys you ballet slippers and a violin for you to use in a year or so, when you get older. And just like that, you're 2 months old, thrown into life.
Nice.
So, basically, intellect, your body, and your social standing are all pretty high as a result of your answers. Your family relations are not particularly good, and vocational is kind of static because you're a baby. You're not working yet. You also seem confident and confident and happy. Pretty expressive too, and fairly calm. Your gentleness, thoughtfulness, and trustworthiness, however, are deep in the shitter.
Gentleness 11. Wonder, is it possible to do single digits?
Yes,
I'm
very.
pretty close.
Yes, very possible. So, are you happy with yourself?
Sure.
Well, good.
According to that, I am.
Well, good. You've already got $804 to burn.
Oh, nice.
And okay. What we'll do is we'll start with the dead ends as we go up and just travel from there. So your pick as to which dead end goes first. The family item on the bottom left or the intellect on the bottom right?
Family.
Okay. A woman walks into a room holding a blanket and a bottle with warm, white liquid. Mix and
Happy and coo.
Sure.
Because coo is a fun word.
Indeed. Now, are you sure you're being fed what you think you're being fed? Because there are a lot of warm white liquids out there.
Continue.
As her mom walks toward you, she notices that you are smiling happily in the crib. Just as she steps into the room, the doorbell rings. She assumes that because you are smiling, you are in no great need of attention. She lays the bottle in the crib and runs off to answer the door.
Impatient!
No shit. Man, oh man.
You bitch!
What nerve. Stood up for some door-to-door sales fucker. You let out a couple of test cries for no response. You gear up for a long, ear-splitting yelp and let her fly. Your mother returns, the insurance man panics, and everyone is happier. Your mom appreciates your helping her out of a jam.
Oh, damn.
I don't think she quite got the hint.
Nope.
Well, okay then. Now for intellect. Lying on your stomach in the crib, you notice an interesting object an arm's distance away. It has a round shape at the top and a ring on the bottom.
Determination, grasp for object.
Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it!
Continue.
You know where I was going with that, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All that SpongeBob hype has been drilled into me at work. You have the fighting spirit of your Aunt Martha. You sneak and crawl on your belly like a kitten trying to catch an unsuspecting mouse. You reach your destination, grasp the rattle confidently, and drool on it in victory. Intellectual sphere shows a marked increase.
Woohoo! Shake or emit a pleasurable yell. Oh, why not? Number 3.
Emit the yell.
Yes.
This stimulates vocal cords and language centers in your brain. Good language skills are essential to development. Intellectual sphere increases further. If no one is looking, give a little yell for yourself for choosing this option. Go on. Did you do it?
Yes.
You're full of shit. And the whole world knows you're full of shit because they're all fucking listening.
I know.
Good. I just gave you some extra social points for being
See?
a good liar. So, I would love to see how much more intellect goes up from, what was it, 93 or... Oh, no, that was at 70. So that went up nicely.
Yep.
Everything else is about in the same field. And here we have... what sphere does this mark? Not even sure what that marks. I guess just general emotional state. You don't have very many skills yet. Matter of fact, life is pretty boring.
Well, if it's boring, restless, and irritable, look around.
Feel like you're going stir crazy? I can just imagine. The room is filled with bright colors, but you have trouble focusing on any of them.
No, keep looking around.
You look around and see a large blur about 11 inches away from your eye. Every once in a while it moves. Hey, wait a minute. Just as you had that thought, it moved again.
Keep looking. I want to know what this is.
Congratulations! You found your hand.
Damn.
This may not seem like much of a big discovery, but it is. You'll have to learn how to control your hands as part of childhood development. When you're an adolescent, controlling the hands of others will become important too.
Okay,
Yay.
what do we do?
Yay, foreshadow. Alright.
What'd we do though? Did that fix anything or no?
What, the end of that story or what I just did?
Oh, okay. The end. No, I was gonna say the end of the story.
No, the end of the story just moves us up.
Oh, okay. Oh, all
No,
right.
what I just did was save your game into slot 1.
Yep. That much I got.
Yep. You're lying down in your crib and are greeted by a nosy neighbor who has a child just your age. The neighbor says, "My, look at that funny..." Oh, it's a woman. You do it.
My, look at that funny little nose.
She turns to your mother and adds,
Don't worry, dear. I hear that noses are the last thing to look truly human.
she picks you up.
Angry. Collect a mouthful of drool.
A nice puddle of saliva has formed on the inside of your mouth.
Excellent. Drool on the neighbor.
Oh, yeah. Splash! A gooey stream showers your neighbor's face and hands while you give her a glassy-eyed smile. She places you back in the crib and excuses herself.
Woohoo!
There you go. You are lying on a soft, furry blanket on the floor of a big room. You are on your back staring at shadows that sometimes creep across the ceiling. Every so often, Mom or Dad passes by and makes a funny face. Your hands grope in all directions and your feet pat the floor gently. Almost out of your control.
Oh, that's nice. So happy and make an O shape with your mouth. So I
You,
don't.
you pucker your cheeks in and out and take short, quick breaths. The skin on your face feels alternately tight and loose. A person walks by and twirls their fingers at you.
Turn towards the person.
I'm beginning to question your rebellious streak. You are too young to keep the person in view for a long time. Whoever it is, he moves past in a blur.
I'm a bloody baby. Leave me alone.
Alright. You are lying down in the crib while your mom and dad are speaking in the other room. You hear their voices, deep and muffled from beyond the door. Why aren't they paying attention to you?
Sad. Make noises.
You begin to cry. This alarms your parents and is a negative way of attracting attention. Daddy comes in holding a bottle of warm milk, which satisfies you. Temporarily. Well, it seems like the roundabout is the good way to go here.
Yep.
You have just awakened from a nice long nap. Your mom comes in the room and wants to hold you.
I just woke up, cranky. Do nothing.
I don't... Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, who the fuck are you to decide what's appropriate and what's not?
Please choose again. Okay.
Well, try that again.
Okay. Cranky and smile. I'm gonna kill you.
No! If it didn't like your first option, what the fuck makes you think the other one's gonna be good?
Sleepy. Do nothing.
It's a dog's life, ain't it? Nothing to do all day except eat, sleep, and wonder what life will be like when you're older. Does life really change after 2? Mom is coming closer.
Ignore her.
Now we're talking. Your mom tries to get your attention by making clicking noises with her mouth and calling your name.
What am I, a dog? Ignore her.
Fickle child. You've hurt your mother's feelings. You could at least have given her a smile.
Don't click your tongue at me.
It's time to go to Aunt Lucy's house. It's chilly outside and you need to be dressed in a coverall type suit.
Ugh. Angry. Resist.
You react against being squeezed into this uncomfortable suit by crying and sending out long sirens of protest. Your grandmother graciously offers to help.
Keep giving everyone a hard time. Sorry, Gran.
Persisting to act like a little brat is not a very wise choice. How do you expect to motivate Grandma to spoil you if you're not willing to make your mom look foolish in front of her? Would you like to give in now or make everyone even angrier with you? He makes a fine point.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, Grams is holding now, right?
Yes, you've given Mom such a hard time that Grandma has stepped in to help, and you've already given Grandma step 1 of a hard time.
Alright, give in.
Testing the limits isn't always so terrible, and this may have been a good time to find out how tolerant everyone can be when you get into one of these moods. You get into your little suit and are carried out to the car. You suffer no serious long or short-term consequences.
Yahoo.
Alright, and to the other dead end. You are exploring the playpen and are feeling very lively. Like a ballerina, you grab hold of the playpen bars and lift your legs up to the railing.
Woohoo. Daring. Take some steps.
You're facing the wrong way. You walk into the playpen and fall right on your back. Your head hits the mat with a loud thunk. This can get dangerous. Want to try again?
Yeah.
The thrill of victory! You stumble across the crib drunkenly and firmly grasp the rail on the other side. You firmly grasped it. You've taken your first steps. Soon you will be running away from spankings and tripping the light fantastic with the man of your dreams. Daddy! Oh, Solar, where are you?
I was gonna say, Solar.
Alright. Let's see this. Hey, we've reached
I'm
first
1 year
birthday. Intellect has continued to rise. Family relations have gone down.
Down.
Gentleness has
Can you get it to single digits? Yes, quite certainly.
Yeah, gentleness
within 10
has
months.
Yes, gentleness has further shit the bed. You are quietly playing with your mother's pocketbook. She's not around. Look, it opens up so easily.
Devilish. Look, touch, and empty.
Uh-oh. Now you know you shouldn't be touching Mom's things. Want to stop now while everything is still in one piece?
Well, testing my limits. So yeah, we'll stop there.
We'll stop there.
We'll stop there for now.
That was very wise. Your need to explore was satisfied with few negative consequences to your mom's pocketbook and its contents.
Woohoo!
You're sitting in your high chair and eating your lunch, which consists of crackers, strained peas, and a mug of milk. You're just learning how to eat with utensils.
Ooh. Curious. Try to use the spoon.
First, you put the back end of the spoon in your mouth. You then lift the cup with both hands and try blowing through the spoon as if it were a straw. Nothing happens.
Keep playing.
Curiosity and persistence are early signs of an inventive personality. One day during late childhood, you may find yourself attempting to rewire the electric hairdryer and have a shocking experience. For now, you...
Oh, wow.
Oh, decisions.
You know, we're gonna go with stir the milk rapidly.
Okay. It makes bubbles. It bounces out of the cup and hits you in the face. It causes the cup to fly off the tray and spill all over the floor. This is great. Your mother fails to understand the true significance of your discoveries, but acts surprisingly tolerant.
Well, that could have ended worse.
Indeed.
That is not where I expected that to go.
Mom and Dad are entertaining some friends while you are minding your own business, sitting quietly in a corner of the room. Suddenly, a man with a big nose and a shiny head puts his face right up to yours and shouts.
Anger, scream in a loud voice.
Who is this crazy person? He scared you half out of your wits. Screaming is a good defense. Your dad comes over and gives you a hug. Your mom thinks this man has had enough to drink.
Woohoo!
Well done. This. Oh, this.
Oh, wait, did something go up?
Let me check again. Not that I notice. Thoughtfulness went down. This is where things might get a little fun. You are alone and begin exploring the closets and refrigerator in the kitchen.
Adventurous? Move toward the refrigerator.
You wonder if you're strong enough to open the refrigerator. You pull on the long handle and the door swings open, hitting you in the head.
Ooh.
That produces a nasty swelling.
Ignore the pain. Continue exploring.
Ouch. It really hurts, but look at all the smooth jars and shiny bottles. There are several delicious-looking things within reach on the bottom shelf. A full can of whipped cream, a jar of red cherries, a jar of mayonnaise, and a bottle of red-hot chili sauce. Not that I need to ask, I'm sure, but which one would you like to taste?
The whipped cream.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I was gonna do?
The hot sauce.
No.
Not your style, huh?
No, actually, it'd be whipped cream, mayo, cherries, and then hot sauce.
All on the same bowl of ice cream?
No.
Jesus. You pull the cap off and press the button on top. Whipped cream shoots out all over the floor in white, billowy streams. Oh, it's an aerosol whipped cream. Awesome. You put some on your fingers and taste it. Delicious. It isn't long before you learn to point the can into your mouth and suck down great big amounts of it. It's also not long before you get sick from all the gas in the can and all that whipped cream. You throw up all over the floor. Physical sphere takes a sharp temporary decrease.
No, the whipped cream.
Could be worse. There was an option in there that would either kill you or take your physical sphere straight down to 2.
It involved the chili sauce.
No. It was actually in the pantry. But I won't spoil further. Or somebody else who may want to play in the future.
Yep. Oh, my thoughtfulness went down again.
Yes, it did.
Because I made a mess.
Yeah, the X-ray represents potential physical consequences, as you could probably have guessed.
Next.
Up until this point in life, Weasley Rabbit, your favorite stuffed toy, has been one of your best friends. You take him everywhere with you, but he is beginning to get on in years. One of his ears is torn off, and a recent eye injury has made his face look a little, lopsided. Your mother suggests that Weasley should be retired. You wake up one day to discover that Weasley has been moved from the last place that you'd spotted him.
Suspicious. Seek information.
You confront Mom with the fact that Weasley was not in the spot where he was last deposited. She claims not to have seen him either.
Huh. Well, she could have possibly not seen him. But somebody else could have. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt this time. But if she does this again, no, it won't work.
So you're going to say satisfied?
Satisfied for now.
Well, I can tell you it reeked of bullshit. A very naive choice. Your mother has pulled a fast one on you, and you will never see Weasley again.
Oh, there goes my intellect.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was a big drop.
Yep.
We'll fix that.
Your happiness has sunk quite a bit since before as well.
Well, yeah, because she just took away my favorite toy.
But you don't know that. You trusted Mom's answer.
I said this time. Will not happen again.
While being taken to the park, your dad meets an old college buddy who is wheeling around a baby about your age. As the two dads talk, you casually begin to eye the other baby in the carriage.
You know what? Indifferent, do nothing.
Snob. You're able to get away with these terrible manners now, but soon you will find that one must learn how to socialize properly.
Fine, become friendlier.
Doesn't work. Jesus, this kid is a crybaby. You're learning that sometimes, no matter how nice you are to some people, they just don't appreciate it. Your dad moves you away from the other baby and gives you a cookie to keep you occupied. Well, at least he appreciates your empathy. Roundabout, and a big one too. Do we go clockwise or counterclockwise through this one?
Counterclockwise.
Okay, going that way. You are touching something smooth and shiny. You pat it with your hand a few times.
Confused. Keep touching. I don't know what this is.
It is flat and a little cool. Hey, wait a minute. There's a
Ah,
baby in
ah.
there. Who is that baby?
Flat, a little cool, smooth, shiny. You!
That's right. You are looking at yourself in a mirror. Isn't that a beautiful baby?
Yep.
You really are quite stunning. You're developing a positive self-image. Your mom announces to you, during a heart-to-heart talk, that it is time for you to give up the bottle and drink from a glass like a big girl.
Angry/stubborn, but give up the bottle.
No.
What? Disappointed. Give up the bottle.
Except for the fact that being angry and stubborn and giving the bottle up. You can very easily be angry and give up the bottle.
Exactly.
A baby can sulk.
Exactly.
Fucking A. Mom understands how difficult it is to let go of an old friend and appreciates your effort. She has a present for you.
Open it.
Oh boy! A plastic Susie Fantastic drinking cup with bendable straw. Look at this. It even has your name on it. Mom tells you Susie wrote it there herself. And laid it on a bit thick at the moment.
No kidding. Oh wait, I want to see what that did to this. Okay, never mind.
We can in a moment.
Yeah.
You're sitting in a large place, and a furry man walks up to you. He's walking around you in circles.
Curious. Make noises that talk to the furry man.
You yell out to the furry man, and he walks over to you. He makes a noise that sounds like this. Then he sits on your leg.
Huh.
I think we figured out what this furry man is.
I know, but what do I do? Do I grab him by the head or do I push him off?
Yeah, they both seem awfully aggressive.
I know! Grab by the head, I guess?
You grab his head between your two hands. Hey, now that man is licking you all over the face. Mommy says he's kissing you.
Ah, what the hell? Look the furry man in the face.
His nose is cold, and the hairs tickle your face. He tastes very salty and has bad breath. I mean, what do you expect? He is a dog after all. Social went down. I can't imagine that this had any real effect that the dog incident had any real effect.
What was I supposed to do? Push him off?
Social went down. Thoughtfulness went down further. Expressiveness went up. Confidence
is almost perfect.
I'm not sure on this, but confidence may be at its max. I think 98 I think 98 may be the cap.
That would make sense. 98 or 99.
You are a guest at your friend Missy's house. Your mom gives you both a box of crayons and 2 pieces of paper.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, because I know what it's going to tell me. Impulsive, draw on the paper.
Surprised?
Yes!
You scribble back and forth wildly, creating bold slashes of color. When you are finished, what do you do?
Save it?
You appreciate the value of even this kind of emotional expression. When you are famous, this scribbling just might be worth a fortune.
Exactly.
You are in a large department store waiting in line, and there is an extremely well-endowed woman standing in front of you. She smiles. Looks like she may be an interesting person to talk to.
Inquisitive. Ask her some questions.
What do you want to ask? Oh, I like this selection.
For the record, do you have a husband? Do you have a doggy? Mommy said that daddy has a thick skull. Do you? I tried very hard to pinch a penny like Aunt Edna, but couldn't. Can I? Can you? Stop asking questions.
Kids
Do
say
you have a
the
doggy?
darndest things. Do you have a doggy? Is that what you want there?
Yes.
Okay. She tells you. Oh my god!
That went so fast, so fast.
Well, that escalated
No,
quick.
not a doggy, only a cat.
You you inform her that's what Daddy said, that's what they cook in the restaurant on the corner.
Space to continue.
Oh god. Perhaps you were interested in asking something else? Like, well...
um.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Well.
Thanks
If
for
she
the
wants-
reminder that General Sal's chicken is actually pussy meat.
We're gonna stop asking questions.
Really, you've had it?
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, you've caused your mother enough embarrassment for one day.
I want to see what that did to stats.
Social went up by 1%.
Yahoo!
And, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Talk about escalation. My God. You are alone in your parents' bedroom. There's a shiny silver quarter on the table.
It's just a quarter.
Yeah?
But then again, rebel.
Are you about to ignore, principle?
Which principle is that?
The, principle of the fact that you're contemplating stealing something.
Oh.
I'm not the one who said anything about anybody being a rebel or not.
It's just a quarter. We're gonna be dishonest and take it.
Okay. It is questionable whether a child your age can tell whether something like this is truly right or wrong. You have a vague sense that you shouldn't have picked it up. Your mother sees you stash something in your pocket. She asks what you have there.
This and hold out the quarter.
Yeah, you're not that dishonest. Matter of fact, you're actually being very trustworthy. It was a temptation you couldn't resist. Your mom has mixed feelings about the incident. She begins to scold you, then realizes that you are honest in the end. As a result of her confusion, you also become confused. It's Saturday morning, and Mom asks you to help with some chores. But the Susie Fantastic cartoon hour has just begun.
Cranky, but listen.
You go into the kitchen reluctantly and mope around. You move around a lot and touch things that you shouldn't. Mom gets impatient trying to watch you and do work at the same time, so she sends you right back to watch television. Daddy says, bedtime.
Um. Can you be tired and ask to stay up a little while longer? I wonder, will it work?
That's absolutely realistic, but
I know.
Dad explains how tired you are and what a busy day it'll be tomorrow. Same old line. He offers to carry you. So when you get to the bedroom...
Tell a story.
I mean, both pretty harmless options at that age.
I know.
Dad tells you the story of the three bears. You've heard it a million times before, but when he tells it, it's always special. You fall asleep holding onto Dad's big finger. That's kind of cute.
It is. We should probably do a stat check.
Indeed.
Okay.
No changes there.
Thoughtfulness
has sunk further, and trustworthiness, presumably as a result of the quarter incident, went up.
Yeah.
And this looks, for the most part, just like a path.
Yep.
You are in a sandbox playing with your favorite toy. An older girl pulls it away from you and screams,
Mine! Angry? Grab it back, it's mine!
The child seems much stronger than you. She gives you the mandible claw and tries to push you away, and is holding the toy above your head.
Try to bite her!
Perfect counter to the mandible claw. Oh no. The toy comes down right on your head. Again and again. You're beginning to feel dizzy and you cry out. She finally stops, but your head and face are covered with scratches. Jesus, she bludgeoned you with your own toy. The girl's mother takes her away before either one of your parents can tell what happened. She is a problem child because she hits other children. She's done this before, and you were treated unfairly. Well, I gotta know.
I know. Ouch.
Oh yeah, that took you down to half health.
Gentle.
Shook your gentleness that much further, I guess. Rough. Time to feed the fish. You pinch a small amount of fish food between your fingers and tap on the glass. But there's no sign of Gabriella.
Confused? Call for... actually, look for Gabriella.
You put your hand in the fishbowl and look for Gabriella. She's stuck under a rock. She's stiff and her eyes are puffed out. You think that she might be sick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think we know the truth here.
Call for Mom.
Yeah. Gabby floats up to the surface from under a big gray rock. Her eye seems very puffy and her body is stiff. You're relieved to see that she didn't just jump out of the bowl.
Ask Mom about Gabby.
Mom stutters through the answers to your questions. She's uncomfortable and sad. Mom explains that Gabby can't swim anymore. Mom says she's dead, that she's gone away. But how can that be? She's right there.
What is dead?
You wonder. You're confused. Mom says that Gabby has to be taken out of the bowl.
Smart child. Flushed Gabby down the toilet.
Even though Mom has on a sad face, you giggle at the thought of Gabby swimming in the bowl. You wonder if she'll tickle you the next time you go to the bathroom. Contrary to what the narrator is telling us, it is a very real laugh, but we don't know what else to do. Ay, ay, ay.
Wait.
Huh?
I want to see what happened about that.
All right.
Nothing.
Zelch.
Okay.
You are in the back seat of the car during a very long ride.
Active play games.
That's what I would do. Your mom has taken along some picture books and coloring books for you to play with.
Color?
You want to color?
Yeah, I already started, at what's her name's house, so continue.
At Missy's, yeah, you sure did. Coloring is a solitary activity. You take the book and color a picture of Susie Fantastic. You've missed an opportunity to have a positive social interaction with your mom.
Well, whatever.
It's coloring, man. You are eating at the house of one of your parents' friends. You were told by your mother to be on your best behavior. Something you ate has disagreed with you, and you now feel very sick. Well,
Fuck the mood.
obviously,
Call mom.
perfectly reasonable, but the question is, how long can a child that age last?
Exactly.
Mom walks over to you and asks what's wrong. She brings you into the bathroom and takes your temperature. You don't have a fever. She gives you a glass of warm milk. You feel a little better, but it wasn't the milk that did it. It was Mom.
Aww.
How cute is that? The phone rings while Daddy is ironing a shirt. He leaves you alone in the room with the iron. Uh-oh. This could get sticky without proper care.
Yeah, I know where this is going, and
Have you reached the point of to hell with it?
no, not yet. That'll come soon. Cautious and play quietly.
Dad realizes that you are alone with the hot iron and calls you into him. You run into the room and trip over the iron cord. You fall onto the floor, and the hot iron lands on your hands and arms. Oh no, it hurts a lot. You're taken to the hospital. You suffer second-degree burns on your hands and arms. You're bandaged to the elbow on both sides. You will have some permanent scarring.
That went so bad, so quick. Oh my god, then it got so dark.
I mean, that's pretty much the situation you attempted to avoid, was it not?
It was.
Unfortunately. Well, obviously there are going to be some physical consequences. Enough so that
Yeah.
you're now down to about a third of your health.
Familial went up though.
And physical was like 80% when this started.
I know.
Boy, things have just... And somehow that boosts your thoughtfulness.
And the trustworthy. No, that's the same.
No,
Gentleness
thoughtfulness.
is still 3%. I think three is the lowest.
My lord.
Oh my goodness.
You're still not completely familiar with using the toilet. It's still quite fascinating to you. You've just finished and wiped off like a big girl. Ma.
Content. Option 1. Continue. What?
That's kind of funny to think about. You just nonchalantly stick the fucking paper into the toilet and then push the handle down with no expression of your own.
Oh my head.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that hurts me so bad. Content and leave.
Are you having the same mental image as I am?
No.
Dare I ask?
No.
Did you consider the option of reaching in and pulling your shit right out of the bowl?
No.
Okay. So,
No, it's you in the freaking no emotion on your face line.
that's what got you?
I was trying not to laugh, but I hurt my head too much.
Well, that's our show. Good night, everybody. I've broken Chibi and everything else, apparently. Oh, God. This is why I host game shows, not life shows. My God.
Remember, you got me into this.
Yeah. Yes, so I did. All right. What?
2 and 3. Let's go.
What are we doing?
Content and just leave.
What? You don't want to just expressionlessly turn the brush into a fucking boat and race it with the turd of shit that you just dropped in the bowl?
Shut up. Just say continue.
You have resisted a strong temptation and deserve a cookie. Hey, there is some on the table over there. Would you like to take one?
Oh, God. Leave them alone. I don't want a cookie.
Are you sure? What,
Yeah.
are you afraid you'll drop it in the toilet? You are a hard one to fool. You seem to be growing up into a real something other than a rebel. We'll see how good you are at remaining this way when someone offers you your first drink of alcohol while you're still underage.
Woo!
Oh my God. Everybody's gonna wish they saw this live. Today is Dad's birthday, and you would like to make him breakfast. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Extravagant. Try to make cereal.
How the fuck is cereal extravagant?
Exactly.
You pour out a bowl of cereal. It keeps coming and coming. Hey, there's a toy in there. You put some milk on it. Oops, some of it spills onto the floor. You take it to Dad, whom you now have to wake up. I shudder to move on here, but how do you want to wake him?
Turn on the clock radio.
He's going to think it's his work alarm. I'm calling it now. He's up. You show him the cereal. I guess he's not that hungry yet. Oh well, it's a thought that counts. We tried. We tried.
We did. We failed.
Mom must get her teeth fixed, and you must go with her to the dentist. You sit in the waiting room for a very, very long time. Mom has to run out and put money in the parking meter. She sits you on the floor, gives you a magazine to leaf through, and tells you to behave.
Can you be patient and grab the magazine? Because that's what I want to do.
I don't see why not. Yeah, your coordination isn't terrific. As you lift the magazine, the cover tears off with a loud rip. A lady spies you from the corner of her eye and gives you a dirty look. Several quotations come to mind here.
Blow her a kiss.
Kill him with kindness. That's the one. What a little angel. The lady says,
Come here, you little doll. Nope.
nope.
I was told to stay.
Before you know it, she would have been slobbering all over your face. On the other hand, she was about to give you a piece of candy. Playing shy causes her to make noises at you. Why do they all do that? They make her look absolutely ridiculous. You walk over and attach yourself to Mom's leg.
Yahoo!
Oh, that's it?
Well, that's it, apparently.
So I guess we don't even get through the whole chart. Alright, we'll make a note of this. The fact that there are a certain number of skips that can be made, I guess. Or maybe... Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. There are a certain number of skips that can be made.
And remember, I have severe scars on my arms.
Yeah, that's true. Your family life has not been very good. You seem to be lacking the bonds that are so critical during this phase of life.
Oh well.
Physically, you haven't been very healthy, but that's...
No, what? my fault. I was trying to be good.
Pretty well explainable. Socially, during this phase in life, nothing much is really expected of you. After all, you're still much too young to throw a successful cocktail party, and frankly, anyone who still dribbles on herself probably wouldn't make the ideal dinner guest. However, by now, there are some things you should have mastered. Your progress in this area shows the following. You have been the type of child who charms the lollipops off people. Been the type of child who's huggable and gets her cheeks pinched by old ladies with bright red lipstick. I hope they mean your face. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, you're not exactly the type of child who could be trusted to keep out of mommy's closets and drawers. Your thoughtfulness characteristic, fluctuating, unstable and fluctuant as it was, doesn't really count much for this phase of life. Most children often find themselves at the mercy of whims and impulses. You're allowed to be cranky now. People will tolerate it much better than when you're a teenager. Then your whining and carrying on will seem more objectionable. One thing about your character that has a tendency to put people off is your aggressiveness. You're the type of baby who likes to pull on loose articles of clothing, hair, any bulbous fleshy object that comes within your reach. Bulbous fleshy object.
I knew that's what you were going to stick to.
Yeah. You're going to have to learn the meaning of make nice. Well, that wraps up your status for the very first years in life. I hope you like yourself, but if not, you can always try to improve in the years to come. There's plenty of time. Come, let's to bed, says Sleepyhead. Tarry a while, says Slow. Smoke some pot, says Greedy Gut. We'll sup before we go.
Welcome to childhood.
Yes, indeed. Alright, well, the next person that does that chapter, I'm going to have to do a little bit of a preemptive check on how many squares can be skipped. But for now, let's forget all that. We are at four years of age. Social has improved a little further. Yep. There we are.
Okay.
So, bottom left, bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we... Or top right.
Oh. Yeah, top right.
I don't remember exactly what that box covers.
Oh.
Soon after you sit down for dinner, your mother announces that the vegetable of the day is Brussels sprouts.
Panic.
Yeah.
Put your finger in your mouth and make a gagging sound.
It seems like an inverse panic to me. Your mother doesn't see you putting your finger in your mouth and gets worried that you're really choking. She smacks you on the back a few times, then assumes that a sinew from the meat must have gotten in your throat. She takes away the meat and says, "Just eat the Brussels sprouts, dear." Oh, nuts. That didn't work quite as advertised, now did it?
Nope.
Alright, now what? Bottom left, bottom right.
Bottom right.
Your mother has just informed you that a new pile of clothes has arrived from Aunt Doris's house. Her daughter, Henrietta, has been giving you her disgusting, skeevy, putrid, gross, ugly, grungy, moth-eaten, flea-bitten, nerdy hand-me-downs for years. This batch contains a pink-flowered pair of pants. The flowers are bright green and yellow. A blue and orange ruffled blouse, and a dress that looks like it was donated to the Salvation Army 300 years ago. Why do I feel like this ain't your style?
None of it is. Man, no, I'm done.
Huh?
Nope. It refused to wear the clothes.
Oh. So, what will you do? Okay, I love the presentation.
That is, throw a full-fledged fit. Deluxe package includes yelling, screaming, stomping your feet, and acting like a martyr. Yell and scream only.
That deluxe package, all yours for the price of...
Why the hell not?
All yours for the price of why the hell not? Oh, that's amazing. Yes. We're doing that, right?
We are.
All right, hit it. You work yourself into a rage and throw yourself into a fit that would make any Tasmanian devil envious. After you're through, you stand there panting and wheezing, the tears streaming down your face, nicely finishing the effect. Your mother, calmer than you would expect her to be, throws you off guard by not throwing a correspondingly violent counterfeit. Counterfeit?
Okay.
I don't know if they thought about the pronunciation of that one.
I don't think they did either. Are you finished?
She asks calmly.
Then go into your room and don't come out until you're ready to rejoin the rest of civilization. Wow! Do you not understand me? Now go!
Wow. I can't say I was expecting that one.
Neither was I.
All right. Your mother has just reminded you that it is time to practice your piano lessons.
Well, actually, happy and do the lessons.
Well, yeah, I mean, music.
It's music.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to be very artistic.
You practice some scales and then get down to serious business. You have a recital next week, you know. How do you think you'll do?
Well,
You're very confident, but you have a very strict mother who makes you nervous. As you prepare to go on stage for your recital, you can see her staring at you with her arms folded. You can hardly pay attention to the sheet music. With characteristics like these, you will probably grow up to be a super achiever who never seems satisfied with her own performance.
sounds about right. Alright, bottom left.
Yep. Just a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Seems I have a friend who's been talking in the Twitch chat, but if that's so, it has not been updating.
Oh?
I don't know for sure, though. Give me a minute to figure that one out.
Sorry.
Alright, hang tight for just a second, folks. I have something I need to modify real quick.
Well, if they're in chat now, they can say something because
I have it set up to 1 week follower mode, which means you can't chat unless you've been following me for a week.
Oh. That.
All right.
Oh.
There he is, official martyr. We've seen him before in the game show Extravaganza, actually. Anytime, welcome, martyr, and welcome officially to the ranks of Twitch. Okay, so here we are.
Pop out. There we go.
Mom has just taken a job that requires her to be away in the morning and early afternoon. She decides to enroll you in a nursery school program. When you get there, you are greeted by a lady with very skinny legs and large round glasses. There are children playing with buckets of sand, building blocks, and toys. There's a small girl sitting in a corner with tears streaming from her eyes. She has a runny nose and red cheeks from crying.
Excited. Go and try to make friends.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Well, your excitement is a positive sign. You're trying to adapt to a new environment. You realize that your mom will be coming back, so in the meantime, you attempt to make friends. In the sandbox, you see a little boy your age playing with a bucket and a red shovel. What do you want to say to him?
Hi!
The little boy ignores you. You're a newcomer to the social order of the nursery school, and you're invading his territory. Your attempts at being sociable show potential, however. At very young ages, children are more likely to play beside one another than with one another.
Well, at least I got some positive out of that.
Oops. Your mother is in the bathtub taking a nice relaxing bath. You are playing quietly in your room when all of a sudden, the doorbell rings. And, Mom doesn't seem to hear it.
Select a mood. What? All grown up, resentful, nonchalant.
I don't know if mood is necessarily the right word for this.
Nonchalant. Tell Mom.
Like a good little girl, you tell Mom that the doorbell is ringing. She tells you to ask, "Who is it?" without opening the door. You learn the valuable lesson of not allowing strangers in your home, which makes you smarter.
Woohoo! Smart!
There you go. Yep, intellect goes up. Social somehow has gone up.
Somehow.
Gentleness has sunk again.
Okay, 3 is not the minimum.
Nope.
2 must be.
Maybe. What do we got?
Oh, man.
Okay, we'll go this way.
Uh-oh.
You arrive at the dentist's office and discover that you have 4 rather large cavities that need to be filled.
Because everybody keeps on giving me candy.
Yeah, really.
Brave, block out the sensations with your mind.
Yeah, your status sheet suggests that you are not emotionally capable of performing that feat. The pain sneaks into your consciousness but is not unbearable. And this experience will toughen you for next time. What are you getting at there, Martyr?
I don't know. Next.
An exciting movie is on television. The whole family is in the living room watching it. You get up to get a drink of water and return to find Mommy sitting in your spot next to Daddy. Oh. Ah. That's not the putty he was referring to.
Ouch.
Ah.
Select a mood, defeated or devious. Wouldn't they be able to hear? Okay, you know what? Defeated. Go sit quietly in a corner. This is. They would be able to tell if the doorbell was ringing or not.
Oh, you were here for that, were you?
That he was here for the laughing fit.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, he heard me break you.
Oh, I'm sorry that you had to be quiet that long, Martyr.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I had changed that because I don't want the bots getting cute and talking. Well, this is better. This is certainly better than sticking the toilet paper in the bowl and just expressionlessly, nonchalantly pushing the handle down.
Shut up.
When you grow up, you will probably need to take an assertiveness training course. You miss most of the movie, laughing only when everybody else laughs. The dog comes over and sits by your leg.
Pet the
Oh.
dog. Pet the dog.
Oh, come on.
We're petting the dog.
I know that, but the fact that that's an option, that's terrible. The dog doesn't deserve it.
I know.
You can always rely on faithful Goodo to make you feel important and worthwhile. The phone rings. Mom has to get up. You can regain your territory next to Dad, who lifts you up onto his lap. Your mom has promised that she will fix your doll's torn arm. She's also talking on the phone, so she's not really doing anything, right? Now seems like a good time to remind her.
Patient and sweet, tap her on the leg.
You tap Mom rapidly on the leg and say,
Mom?
Next to her ear, but she doesn't seem to pay attention.
Shake her leg back and forth a little.
Shake a leg, Mother. You say,
Mom, oh Mom.
You move her back and forth. Her leg is very heavy. All of a sudden, she gives you the look, puts her hand over the phone and says,
What do you want? In a very loud whisper. Say something to her?
Okay.
Would you fix my doll?
Even though you seem helpless, Mom just sighs and mumbles,
Later.
Typical.
Uh-huh.
One of your playmates is the son of your mother's friend. His name is Vincent. One day, while you and Vincent are alone, you become very curious about one another, and Vincent suggests that you play a make-believe game of Doctor.
Oh boy.
Okay, we all know what the fuck Doctor is.
Bold. We're playing house instead.
No.
What? Inappropriate response.
Yeah. Dude, the age is no bigger than 6 right now. Good
Yeah.
Lord. Okay, what we doing here?
I don't know.
Yes, I suppose in some universe they don't. Well, we got to do something.
No kidding. But apparently what I want to do
Is no good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's boldly proclaim our objections.
Exactly.
I see your point. I'm sure the world sees your point, but the game obviously doesn't, and therefore we can't do it.
So I have to do shy and then let's play house instead. Or I have to do bold and then one of the doctors first.
I guess.
I don't know what to choose. Remember, this is his freaking idea.
Yes, but now the burden of answer is on us. Or on you, I should say. I'm just the host.
Alright, Martyr, what do you want to see? Although I can kind of guess.
You didn't just do that, did you?
I did. I really did.
Oh, God. Cover up, everybody. You have now begun a precedent of giving your life away to somebody else to live.
I just got a snack. Your timing.
Years and years of friendship with this guy have taught me how to scope this out. Well, Chibi, apparently you're going to be the doctor first.
Okay.
Vincent says, It's my game, and I want to be the doctor first.
Quit.
Vincent says, "You are a big baby. I don't want to play with you anymore." He walks away in a huff. Well, that did it. All right, do we go to the left or the right?
Left.
Intellect goes up.
Can we just screenshot that, please? That is perfect.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me do this real quick. The stream is not going to see what I'm about to do. It can fortunately still focus on one window. Okay. I have the screenshot.
Yay.
I think I need to just make that the thumbnail for the video.
Yes. 1%. I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, it certainly seems as though it is. Now I wonder, can we take that last step down to hell?
We're not very gentle.
Confidence has fallen.
Well, still up there, though.
Yep. And you said left?
Yep.
While you're trying to think of what to do one day, you notice that you could use a nice haircut. Mommy's favorite pair of shiny scissors is lying out on the table, and you're sure that you could do the job yourself. Yes, the 1%ers. Fucking rich bastards. Anyway.
Curious. Clip a little piece of hair off. Just a little bit.
This isn't as easy as it looks. You pull up a long strand of hair and listen to the sound of the scissors going. Suddenly, your mother is aroused by the lack of commotion.
Yeah.
Now, I know what aroused means in this context, but usually accompanying sessions of solitary play. So,
oh, jeez.
So what follows is...
What are you doing, young lady?
Your career as a hairstylist has suffered an early blow. Soap opera star Xavier de la Punda, Dr. Ronaldo Bedini on Animal Hospital. Okay. Hold, back up the fucking truck a minute. You're telling me that there's a soap opera called Animal Hospital. Are you suggesting that the humans on this show... Xavier de la Punda will be appearing in a record store in town to sign autographs and look for a child actress to play a kidnapping victim in an upcoming episode. Every one of your friends will be there, especially Christine Hobbs, who has taken 6 years of acting in ballet. This is finally your chance to meet the hunk of all hunks, Xavier de la Punda. If only Mom would drive you.
Interested. Beg Mom to take you.
Your mother is the strict type, as was established earlier. She gives you a flat.
No.
And makes sure you have something else to do, so you don't sneak off with one of your friends.
Damn it!
Oh, that's a busy board.
Yep. Round and round and round we go. Start there.
Yep. At school...
Wait. I would like to point out that we are age 6.
Yes.
And we want to go... what animal hospital 6-year-olds watch?
I have no answer.
Exactly.
I have no answer for this. At school, all of your friends are talking about a television program that you could not stay up to watch. A friend asks
Exactly.
Yeah, what are we letting our... If Mom's so strict, why are you even watching this? You could not stay up to watch this show, and a friend asks if you saw it.
unashamed. I wasn't allowed to see it.
Your confidence keeps you from making fun of you. Keeps them from making fun of you. Someone even offers to let you sleep over at her house the next time it's on. Sometimes, friends can be really great.
Sweet.
That's neat. Okay, onward. You have just been ordered to bed by your parents in the middle of a favorite television show. Well, last time it was for chores.
Beg for 10 more minutes.
The begging routine doesn't work. They're too tired to hear it, and you're sent up anyhow.
Damn it!
Let's see here.
Let's put ourselves in danger.
Yeah, sure. Oh, danger indeed. This is where my episode ended the last time. My pilot concept. While you were outside playing alone, a car pulls over to the side of the road and the driver motions for you to come over. You notice the license plate reads OBO237.
No, suspicious. Stay where you are. Smart kid.
He motions for you to come closer. He has a kind enough face. You hear him say that he's a policeman looking for a friend of yours. He asks you if you will get in and help him find your friend.
I love these options. Walk or run away. Get in the car or tell him that you can't do that. We're gonna be the smart... Yeah, ooh, free candy. I charm candy off of people, thank you very much.
Yeah, right?
We're gonna do walk, run away.
Yep, stranger danger, self-preservation. You move away from the man, suspicious that he might not be telling the truth. That's smart. Intellect rises sharply. This man hurts children.
So did you get kidnapped?
No, we didn't. Well, I got kidnapped, yes. And that was that. How was it described? I believe it was described as tortured, killed, and body dumped in a landfill.
Oh my.
At the tender age of 7.0.
Hey, things are going up.
You've already gone past that point. How big is this roundabout? Huge. Oh, here's this other dead end first. You and your holiday are at a family get-together.
Sure. You and your family are at a holiday get-together.
They couldn't have picked another name for this. Now I've got a commentary on the government.
Uncle Sam is sitting in the corner of the room drinking from my funny-looking glass. He's the one who always kisses you and squeezes you hard whenever you see him.
It's the government!
And now we have broken Alpha. 2 breaks, 1 episode. Witty titles aren't my forte? No. 2 for the price of 1.
Oh, I'm gone. Okay. Let's keep going. Mom says to mind him because he's your father's brother, but you don't like him. He always smells like whiskey. Here he comes now, calling out your name and saying that you're his little darling. Oh, that's fucking disturbing.
Yeah. Stranger
So how do we react to our government getting overbearing?
Oh, jeez. Frightened, shy, walk away.
You try to walk away fast with your head down. Maybe he won't see you. But he scoops you up from under your arms and gives you a big hug, holding you close to his body. His face is rough and prickly. Now, that's not skeevy.
I know.
He tries to pull you up onto his lap, but you begin to squirm, which makes you difficult to manage. Finally, he lets you go, giving you a hard smack on the bottom. You wish somebody would tell him to stop.
Yeesh. We know you're eating.
Yes. All right. First of all, where do we start with this whole mess? There's 8 options here.
From the left, middle...
Left, middle?
And then go around.
Go around which way?
Counterclockwise.
Counter? Okay. Stay right there, and here we go. Your friends are all waiting for you to come out after school. You have a ton of homework, and you've been watching television since you came home. On your way out, your mother asks,
Did you do all of your homework? Semi-honest. I've only got a little left.
Semi-honest. Whoa! Whoa there. Okay.
One cannot be semi-honest because one cannot be semi-pregnant.
Talk about escalating at that age.
Finish what you have left before you go out.
Yeah.
We're caught.
Yeah, screw the read. Oh my god.
Okay.
There's one more ice pop left in the freezer that is being saved for another family member. Your mouth waters at the thought of this cool, tasty treat.
Well.
Is resistance futile?
No, resistance is not futile. Leave it alone.
That must have been very difficult for you, considering your history of untrustworthy behavior. Your appreciation for others increases your score in trustworthiness, social, and intellect.
Woohoo! How much? Wow.
Oh, wow. We got some increases here.
Wow.
Thoughtfulness and trustworthiness have gone way up. Happiness has gone down. Gentleness is just perpetually in the toilet. Along with the toilet paper.
Shut up.
Okay. Your best friend challenges you to a dress-up competition.
Competitive. Accept the challenge. Challenge accepted.
After several minutes of posing and make-believe dress-up, your friend points to your mom's closet and challenges you to some real dress-up. Ooh. Well, well. How do we do this?
I think no matter what, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Are you thinking back to the iron incident where you tried to play it safe?
Yeah, turn her down.
She eggs you on, saying,
You can never look as grown-up as me.
ooh.
Quit.
Your friend calls you a chicken. Do you know what sound a swan makes?
Bakwa?
Yes. Exactly.
I don't think that's the teddy meant for kids.
Well, it's time for you to sell candy bars for the school charity drive again.
Motivated and enlist help.
What a team! You move from door to door with confidence, selling 4 whole boxes in less than an hour. It's a powerful bonding experience that strengthens family ties. You go out for an ice cream soda to celebrate your successful partnership. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, I do have a formulated answer for that one, Martyr. I say the egg, because dinosaurs were laying eggs before the chicken even came to existence. Who's to say that the chicken didn't hatch from a defective pterodactyl egg?
Raptors, but okay.
Close enough. You've just turned off the television and your room is pitch dark. Through the shadows, you notice that your closet door is open just a crack. You can almost see the image of a black hooded axe murderer squinting at you through the door. He is waiting. Waiting for you to close your eyes and fall asleep.
Okay.
In the quiet of the night, you can hear his hoarse breath making deep gurgling sounds. You look away from the door, then look back. It's open a bit farther than it was the last time. If you can only make it to the closet and shut the door tight, You know he won't be able to get out and murder you in your sleep. The morning light will destroy him, so you won't have to worry about seeing him when you wake up. This is like a horror movie or a really bad ASMR.
I like your response, Martyr. Calm. Sneak out of the bed.
No.
What? Calm. Go to sleep.
Jesus, you don't have much of an imagination, do you? You're only young once. You could be locked up for imagining this shit later, so live a little.
Jeez, narrator.
Yes, I see your point there, Martyr. Mike Brady. Oh, yeah, that's not copyright infringement right there, is it?
Hmm?
Have you ever watched the Brady Bunch?
Oh.
Mike is the patriarch's name.
Oh.
Mike Brady is always calling you names and stepping all over your nice shiny shoes. Today, he is carrying a large bag of groceries from the store. Of a man named Brady.
Shut up. Absorbed in more important things. Pay no attention to stupid boys.
You have much more important things on your mind, like how to get Mom to let you join ballet, or how to sneak in to see Friday the 13th, Part 45, and why Mr. Johnson, the biology teacher, wears the same set of clothes for 10 days in a row. Grody. That's disgusting.
I wonder what that did to the stats.
Well, let's find out. Familial has gone up.
A lot.
Probably as a result of the candy bar story.
Yeah.
Nothing else has made any real drastic changes.
One day, gentleness, one day.
Okay, here's a dead end. Let's go up here. Your mother has given you permission to have a party.
Yes!
You want to invite most of the kids from your class. There's one child you have second thoughts about inviting, Louise Fyback. All the kids call her Louise Feedbag because, well, she's fat. You mention to your group of friends that you're thinking about inviting Louise, and they make faces and pig noises. Some of them say that if you invite the bag, they're staying home.
Mixed feelings, because that's what I'm feeling right now. We're not going to invite Louise.
I would have been the one to say, fuck you all, and invite her. Louise has heard from other people in school that you were thinking about inviting her. Although she was prepared for rejection, it happened so many times she could expect nothing else, there was still a glimmer of hope. She spends the night of your party crying and eating to fill up the emptiness of having no friends.
Did I get Johnson's down to 0? It wouldn't surprise me.
Not yet. If that's even possible. But it seems to me like you're damn sure gonna try, aren't you?
Why not?
The girl who sits next to you has just passed you a note folded in a tight square. She motions to you to read it. You look around the room. Mr. Hennessy, the meanest teacher in the school, has his back to the class. The note says,
Did you notice that Mr. Hennessy's underpants are pulled up so high you can see them right through his shirt?
Your realization of this is enough to give you an uncontrollable case of the giggles.
Why the hell are you telling me this?
One of two reasons. Either to get you in trouble, or because this is genuinely funny.
Reluctant. Crumple the paper and throw it away.
The noise attracts Mr. Hennessy's attention. He begins walking down the aisle and your heart begins to race. He looks you square in the eye. The smell of his cologne is so overpowering it could kill you all by itself. You cough. Then he says, "Can't you use that scrap paper for something else before you throw it away? Protect your natural resources." You breathe a sigh of relief.
That could have gone very bad.
Yeah, that could have gone a lot worse than it did. You were in the candy store buying candy with a $5 bill given to you by your mother. The bill comes to 50 cents, and the man gives you back change, but no dollars.
Uh-oh. Uh-uh. Angry question?
The man made an honest mistake, he says. He gives you your money and tells you to be more respectful to adults.
Excuse me?
Yeah, really, that's kind of hypocrisy right there.
No kidding.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything honest about it. He tried to pull a fast one on a child.
But I'm smart enough to figure that one out.
Mm-hmm. You need eyeglasses. The first day you wear them in school, everyone calls you Four Eyes. Like, typical. Your parents refuse to let you get contact lenses.
Wear the glasses and tolerate the name.
It is painful to have to hear the name calling. Unfortunately, you are the type who gets easily shaken by such things. Your poor reaction to the teasing makes you a scapegoat within your peer group.
Lovely. So what did that do? Huh?
Took your happiness down a shade.
Just a shade.
Okay. Dead end. Marcus Cripple and the Tube Heads. Marcus Cripple and the Tube Heads are the most popular rock group with kids your age. Anyone who likes them is in. If you don't like them, or their new hit song, "I Love You, Blowtorch Eyes," you are a definite geek.
Concerned with pure acceptance. Spend your whole allowance on their new album.
I'm still questioning your rebellious streak.
Hey, I'm not a teenager yet!
You return home from the record store and listen to the hard-driving sounds of lead singer Marcus Cripple.
I love you, Blowtorch Eyes. When I kiss you, my heart fries. With your look, you paralyze. But my love on your burner, I'm your biggest yearner, Blowtorch Eyes. That is so beautiful.
I'm trying to think what song to put that to.
I don't know.
I can't think of any. But then again, rock isn't exactly my genre of choice, so... Alright, we have 7 starting... Huh?
Well, there was no bad repercussions from that, apparently.
Didn't seem that way. Alright, we have 7 choices on this loop.
Clockwise?
Clockwise from...
So you're going to start in the center.
In the center, okay. While walking around in the store with your friend, you notice that she sneaks a small item into her purse. You ask her what she's doing and tells you how easy it is to shoplift, saying...
They never check girls. Honest. Refuse to stay with her.
You get angry with her for jeopardizing you by stealing. Unfortunately, you haven't noticed that she has sneaked a tube of lipstick into your pocket. The manager sees it, accuses you of stealing, and calls your home. Since you have not been trustworthy in the past, your mother does not believe you, and you get punished. A bad reputation has a tendency to follow its owner.
Well, she's not my friend anymore.
Well, you have your own actions to blame for this, too. But anyway, moving on.
It still would have been in my pocket had I forced her to put it back anyway, so...
Yeah, I mean, still. Rep. In the schoolyard, your friends are discussing something very secretively. You go over to see what's going on, and you hear one of them say something very strange. It has to do with the way you were made.
Um...
The birds and the bees. And the
Okay.
little froggies.
Um,
Of
either.
course, Martyr's not back yet.
I know. Well, uh, well,
Oh, good timing. Here, you know what? Let's go to review for a minute so that Martyr can see this.
yes.
Here, take a look for yourself, Martyr, and
The situation I'm in right now.
yeah. So, what do we do about this?
Oh, here we go. Skeptical. Ask for the real story. Oh,
The
it's
last sentence said it had to do with the way you were made. You know, like the birds and the bees and the whole sex story. You find it difficult to believe, but you've seen enough Wild Kingdom enough times to know that anything is possible. You confront your mother with the information as you remember hearing it. She says that she will talk to you about it later. Since she is strict, she is likely to be anxious about the topic of sex. She tells you that children are the creation of God and that they are a miracle. And then she says,
that's all you need to know for now. Why did I choose strict parents? Next.
You are in the house, bored, with absolutely nothing to do. Your mother keeps telling you.
Read a book.
You look over at the telephone and wonder,
How many children in town, in this state, in this country, in this whole world are bored at this very second?
so why not try to make a new friend?
Oh, this could go very wrong. But at the same time, it could go wrong both ways. I could get in trouble, or I could find something nice.
The presentation of what you just said.
Exactly.
You're still a child.
Exactly. 1/900. Martyr's got my idea.
Have you seen the Hyrule dating videos?
No.
Oh, wait till
Give
we're
me
done this
link.
show. Wait till we're
Pun
done with...
intended.
Oh, you'll get a link after we're done here.
Why not? Inquisitive, dial the phone.
The phone rings.
Young lady, what do you think you're doing?
Up.
Oops.
It's Mom on the extension. Now you have something to do. Go to your room.
Busted.
Whoops. Billy Harper is the cutest guy in your class. You have been giving each other the eye for about 2 weeks now. You are all set to talk to him when your best friend, who happens to have nicer clothes and is prettier than you, confesses that she cannot sleep at night because of him. She asks your advice about the best way to meet him, unaware that you, too, are smitten by him.
Sympathetic. Admit that you like him too.
Your sympathy is much appreciated, but it also presents a dilemma for both you and your friend.
Sabotage. You can both try to meet him.
Yeah, we're beyond the sabotage point at this moment. Yeah, that doesn't sit comfortably with either you or your friend. You both decide that your friendship is more important than a date with Billy.
Woo! Friendship. We're 10.
Yeah. We're 10 doing this.
Hey,
Trustworthiness has gone up further.
Woohoo!
A little too late for the shoplifting incident, but hey, here we are. Yes, poor Billy indeed. Mrs. Mulberry, your teacher, has asked you to be her special assistant for the school bake sale. Already your friends are whispering that you are a teacher's pet behind your back. Special assistant?
Embarrassed but compliant. Yes, ma'am.
Your friends call you a brown nose and a teacher's pet. We all know what brown nose means, right?
Oh, boy.
Do I have to explain it? It means you've got your head so far up someone's ass that their shit can be seen on your nose when you finally pull it out.
My current level of hostility suggests that I would not be able to take something like this in stride. I have a screaming fight with my friends, and I no longer can attend the bake sale.
Well, that kind of solved that problem, didn't it?
Yeah. What did that do to everything? Oh my gosh, there goes my trustworthiness. Oh, social 91.
Actually, no. Doesn't look like anything got hit.
Wow.
Oh, this is trivia. Who founded the American Federation of Labor?
I don't know.
Guess?
Meanie.
Gompers.
Oh.
Who was the first Vice President of the United States?
John Adams!
That is right. Who was the first ruler to consolidate the Slavic tribes?
Rurik?
Yes. Which one of these scientists is credited with the discovery of oxygen?
Priestley?
Yes.
Wow.
Who wrote The Great Gatsby?
Fitzgerald.
You better know this.
Oh. Okay.
Intellect rose by 1 point for each correct answer.
Woohoo! I know F.S. Fitzgerald Scott.
Oh, now we get some... Wait a second. How is this the first one that contains sexual nature?
Because we skipped playing Doctor.
But that's sexual nature.
And we asked Mom about the birds and the bees, and she said we're a product of God.
Oh, fuck it. Let's go. You are in the house alone. While you are exploring the drawers, you notice a Playgirl magazine underneath a pile of clothing.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Why not? Interested, examine the magazine.
The middle page folds out to show a man in cowboy hat and boots with nothing else on. You try to turn the page, but you just can't believe what's in there. Your eyes are frozen to one spot in particular.
Mom is very strict. So is Dad.
Oh, God. Which do we suppose? What do we... Okay. What do you make of this?
Confused?
Oh, no. You ask yourself many questions. Do all men look like this? How old do you have to get before people start to do things? Are all of their dicks that big?
We'll leave it alone for now.
Oh, come on. Alright. You sigh and put the magazine back. Why don't any of the guys in your class look like this? Or do they? Oh my lord. Alright. You have just received $25 as a present. Your mother tells you that you can either put it in your own piggy bank or give it to her to
Oh,
hold for
Billy.
you.
Martyr.
Oh, martyr. Great to see you, man. Really.
Suspicious. Save it yourself.
You spend the money wisely, exercising good judgment. You will be a fine business person. All right. You have just discovered that your best friend's boyfriend has pooled his life savings to buy her a pair of diamond earrings for her birthday. Later that evening, she tells you she's thinking of dumping him because she's not sure if they make a good couple. Oh, that's a dilemma.
What?
Can you say rock and hard place?
Yeah. That's like... What? I just can't tell. I can't say you might want to rethink of that or whatever. No, I have to either tell her about the earrings, tell her boyfriend, or just let her handle it herself. Oh, whatever. Concern. Let her handle it herself.
It must be difficult to resist the temptation, but in the end, things work out for the best. She was so surprised by the earrings that the relationship was miraculously renewed. Any action on your part could have seemed like meddling.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty logical way to have that happen. Okay.
Time to risk the body again.
A very aggressive girl from a tough crowd starts an argument with you and challenges you to a fight after school. Everyone whispers about the big fight, and it looks like there will be a lot of people watching. Well, knowing the image you have created up to this point,
Unaffected. Don't show up after school. Whatever.
you choose not to risk the danger of getting seriously hurt. This girl was capable of hurting you and might have done so had you chosen to stay and fight her.
Woohoo! Unscathed.
You have just seen a fascinating movie about whores. They look so incredibly neat. Imagine just climbing on top and riding around all day long. You could learn to jump and join competitions and shows. Or you could just take care of it and be its friend.
Except the permanent scars, yes. Which was not my fault, damn it. Anyway, horses.
Oh, horses? Oh. My, did that change the context a bit?
Shut up.
What, have you never imagined climbing on top of a whore and riding all day long?
Jeez. Continue. Excited. Drop hints about a horse.
What kind of hints?
Ask questions about owning a horse.
At least you're going about this with intelligence. Both of your parents are willing to think about it, but it is your father's decision. Horses.
Yes. Approach the subject delicately. I'm a smart child.
Well, you try your best to get your father into that let's run right out and buy a horse frame of mind, but he's in one of his practical moods. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but if you like, we can go to Uncle Henry's farm this summer and you can ride some of his horses. That's a fairly happy medium, actually.
Yeah.
More trivia. Who is the founder of modern chemistry?
Lavoisier.
Yes. Who is the founder of modern psychiatry? Yeah, I find it funny that Joyce Brothers is up there. She's definitely not that historical. Who was the first American in space?
Ah, shit. Glenn?
Shepard.
Ah,
Who is the inventor of the telegraph?
Franklin?
Morse.
Ugh.
Who is the Austrian-born founder of the Ethical Culture Society?
Wundt?
Adler.
Damn it.
Who takes over if both the president and the vice president die?
Speaker of the House.
That is right. Alright, so I believe you got 3 points on that one. Somehow intellect dropped majorly from prior.
Getting them incorrect.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hey, gentleness is fished back up.
Wow, 9% jump.
Interesting. Okay, here we go. How do we go about this loop-de-loop?
Clockwise and up.
From what direction? Or from what starting place?
From where we're starting.
From right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The latest craze is wearing a dog collar around your neck with a t-shirt proclaiming your dog name. You have just spent $5 on a t-shirt that says Fifi Rex the Mad Mongrel and have borrowed one of your dog's collars. On your way out of the house, your mother says,
Do you think you were going to school with that ridiculous getup on? Inattentive. Walk out of the house quickly, making her believe you don't.
your mother is furious because you ignored her. She tells you that if you want to act like a dog, you will be treated like one.
Oh,
You are forced to eat your meals from a special dog dish, with your dog name written on it, for the next 3 days.
Oh boy.
I mean, reasonable. You ask Mom if you can go to a party at the house of a friend whose parents are away from the weekend. She says...
No.
Well, of course not. She never lets you do anything that's the least bit fun. And that's actually fairly true, isn't it?
This is true. Crafty. Ask Dad.
Dad, half listening, says, Sure, sweetheart. Have fun.
Woohoo! Go.
You can't figure out what your mom was so worried about. When you arrive, all the best people are there. Before long, some of the boys begin to get a little rowdy. A neighbor, who's also a policeman, looks in on the house, and before long, the whole neighborhood, including your folks, know what's going on. You are grounded for a month.
Damn.
And that's it for childhood, apparently with some extra stuff still left over. Family life is progressing poorly. You don't seem to have the strong contact with your family that helps provide the foundation for good relationships later in life.
Oh, I knew that.
Physically, you're not very healthy. Be careful to avoid situations that could lead to illness. Socially, this can be an awkward phase of life, especially when you hit the ripe old age of 9 or 10. Should you like boys? Should you not? Decisions. All in all, you're extremely lovable. You're well-mannered and respectful of adults. Your social skills are so good that I'll bet before long you're throwing classy parties and attracting all the right people.
Even after throwing big fits.
Yes, indeed. Now for emotion and personality. Your trustworthiness and sense of fair play are commendable. You are an honest child, but no tattletale either. That's a pretty far cry from infancy, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
The degree to which you display aggressive types of behavior is somewhat alarming, especially for a young lady. You can be nasty and spiteful at times. You're about to enter adolescence. It is a somewhat hectic time of life, full of surprises. There will be many high highs and many low lows. With each year, you will gain responsibilities. You may also notice that people will begin to start forgiving you less for things previously described as mere childhood habits. You will be expected to act like a lady and become helpful around the house. Sometimes you may become moody and teary without any reason at all. Oh, yes. And then there's the matter of boys. If you haven't noticed them much in this phase, I'm sure you will soon. They will also be noticing you quite a bit. Four be the things I am wiser to know. Idleness, sorrow, a friend and a foe. 4 are the things I'd be better without. Love, curiosity, freckles, and doubt. Alright, so let's save right there. I think this would be a good point to call it. How about you?
Yeah.
Okay, so final status check for this episode. We are at 13. Yeah, family has dipped just enough to get the answer that it gave us for that.
Yeah.
Vocational has gone up. I would attribute that to the bake sale, the money spending, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Physical, we've never recovered from the scars.
of any kind. Yeah, trustworthiness has made it back to a fairly respectable level.
Calmness has gone down.
Calmness has fallen. Happiness has fallen since the beginning. Thoughtfulness has risen quite a lot. Gentleness has been in the shitter all game and doesn't seem to be changing much.
It went up 9 points!
Alright. Now we see some new stuff over here. Let me see if I remember what they are without actually going into them. Believe middle left is high school experiences. Bottom right is some kind of adventure, which will affect your stats drastically as you continue through the story. It's not an actual decision as much as it's a how far do you want to go into this situation kind of deal. I want to say middle right has to do with job hunting, and bottom left has to do with the dating scene.
Makes sense.
Oh, the hourglass in the top right, kind of redundant. All it does is show your age. So, what do you think?
It takes a while, I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah, I think I over-exaggerated when I said 2 episodes. This will probably take 3 or 4. More than likely 3 because one of the later chapters is actually really short. But yeah, for next time, you get to go through the adolescence stage. Doesn't that sound like a grand time?
Yeah.
Yeah, something to look forward to for sure. For tonight, this has been Alpha.
And I'm Chibi.
And we will see you next time around. Have an Alpha night.